Hi, this is Bill for Sparky Channel. Today I'm going to introduce you to the brand new Klein Tools Scout Pro 3 VDV tester. VDV stands for voice, data, and video. And right now we have a data cable plugged into the tester. It's the Ethernet cable, and we have it plugged in right here to the top of the tester, and we have it plugged into its remote. And the remote usually goes in the bottom of the tester for storage right here. But right now we have it on the tester and the remote. And you notice it just blinked out right there, and I hit this button right here and the backlight went back on. Now that's a nice upgrade over the previous version. Here is the Klein Scout Pro 2, and it doesn't have a backlight. And you notice that this one has two more buttons than the Scout Pro 2. This one is about $90 and this one's about $125. And so I'm going to be showing you some of the benefits of having the Scout Pro 3. So here, this is ID 1 right here. And see up here it says pass. And the reason it says pass is that you can see that the pins are aligned. See, 1 is aligned with 1, and 2 is aligned with 2, and 3 is with 3. See, this is the pins at this jack right here, and the bottom ones are the pins seen in the remote. So they all line up, and it's a pass. Now, this tester does something that the old tester does not do, and that is length. Just press the length button, and we see that this cable right here is 5 feet long. Now if I were to take this cable off and put on another cable, okay, we see that this particular cable is 3 feet long. So this will measure length, and it does something really cool. And that is, it will tell you the distance to a short or an open. So here I'm gonna, you see it says 3 feet, ID 1. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a cut in this cable right there. And we're gonna go to data. Okay, now at data, you see we have a fail now. It says fail. See, I've cut part of the cable right here. And you can even find what pins are not working correctly. See, 1 has an open down here, has nothing. 2 has an open, 3 is still good. 3 is aligned with 3, 4 is open, 5 is open, 6 aligns with 6, 7 aligns with 7, and 8 aligns with 8. Okay, now we can test pairs. So the entire cable is 3 feet long, and wires 7 and 8 go all the way through. If you remember when we went over them, both 7 and 8 are good. So it says 3 feet. Now you press this button right here with the down arrow under the data symbol. So you press that one more time, and we go to wires 1 and 2, and if you remember, 1 and 2 were both open. You see there, you can see they're cut there at 1 feet. So wires 1 and 2 are 1 feet long, and it can tell that. See, there's your cut at 1 feet. That's how you know like where the problem is and where to look to fix the problem. So let's test the RJ11 phone line. Plug that right in there, and it's seeing ID number 1. And okay, this is an interesting case. This particular line only has 4 wires. So we got 2, 3, 4, and 5 all aligned, and ID 1, and this is correct for a 4-wire line. So I'm going to put a coaxial cable onto the top of the tester, Your tester comes with what we call a F-style barrel connector, female to female. So you use this to put right in here on your remote, and then you put your coaxial cable right there. Okay, and now you can say test. It's seeing ID 1 and it's a pass. The Scout Pro 3 comes with ID remotes. You get 5 for data and 5 for video. And I have 3 of them deployed right now. You see I got 3 different cables, and one has ID remote number 1 right here, and this one has ID remote number 2, and this has ID remote number 3. So this will represent 3 lines coming into your house, let's say, for 3 different TVs. And say you'd like to test them all and not get them mixed up. Let's start with line number 1. See, I have the remote in here. This is your F-type barrel connector. It just goes in here if needed. If you don't need it, you don't have to use it. But this is the remote number 1. It just slides on like that. So that's how you put it on. And then we're going to connect it to the top of the tester here. Okay, turn on the backlight. All right, so there's ID 1, it's seeing that, and we'll just press right here. And so ID 1 is a pass. So, okay, that line's good. So we'll take that off. And you'd be doing this where your cable comes into the house, most likely. You screw on number 2. Okay, so we have number 2 on now, and once again you press the video symbol and it's pass, ID 2 pass. Okay, take that off and put on ID number 3 and press the video symbol, and that is also a pass. So all 3 coax cables coming into the house have passed. Now I'm going to make a test for the Cat7 cable that goes to my computer. And you see I have the remote hooked up at the end that goes to my laptop. And here we see we have the other end of the cable going to my router. So I'm going to go ahead and take this cable out, and I'm going to put it into my VDV tester like that. I'm going to put it on data. Okay, so here's the result of the test. It's a pass, and you see the pins are all aligned 1 through 8, and it's reading from ID 1, which is the remote. And the thing that I really want to bring up is that this says shielded, and it's shielded because this is category 7. The shielding will give you protection from interference. So that's category 7. It says shielded, and this tester will tell you whether your cable is shielded or not. And we can also find the length of this data cable. 80 feet. See, ID 1, 80 feet. Now I'm going to show you how to use this VDV tester as a toner. And what you do is you press this symbol right here with the little music symbols. Okay, and then you got to have a toner. This right here. This doesn't come with it. You got to buy this extra. But you turn that on like that, and you see you can keep pressing this symbol here, and it changes tone. Maybe I could turn this up a little bit. If you're doing this on a job, you probably wouldn't have it this loud, but I want to have it a little louder so that you viewers can hear this well. Okay, I like that tone right there. That's a good tone. So now we're on wire number 1. See right here, wire number 1. And so I'm going to search and find which one is wire number 1. Ooh, there it is right there. Okay, that's wire number 1. Did you hear that that's a lot louder than the others? There's also a little green light that comes on. Okay, so then you press this button right here, which is the data button, and now we're looking for line number 2. Okay, this was line number 1 right here. Yep, there's line number 2. Okay, so this is a wire, actually wire number 1, and that's wire number 2, and you just keep finding all 8 of them. So that's how you use this as a toner. You use this symbol right here, and you have to have a toner. I'll put a link in the video description for this toner if you're interested. It expands the uses for your VDV tester. In addition to the toner, I'll put links in my video description for the Klein Scout Pro 3. It's a really nice VDV tester. I really like it. And I'll put a link for the Scout Pro 2, which has the advantage of being less expensive. And it has many of the features of the Scout Pro 3, but it doesn't have this nice backlight. It doesn't have length. It doesn't have the settings feature. So this is a really nice one. And over here, these are two kind of pass-through modular crimpers. And this one's ratcheting and this one's not ratcheting. So my preferences are for the Pro 3 and for the ratcheting modular crimper. So I guess I kind of have the expensive taste, you know, but I like tools that really work. So let me push these out of the way and I'll show you some more items I'm going to put links for. Some very nice tools here. I'll put a link in my video description for this Coax tester. It's called the Coax Explorer 2 with remote, and it's got 4 different remotes. And then this is your pocket tester. This is the least expensive of the bunch, and it's very light. It's meant to be very portable, and you put it in your pocket, I guess. So this is a Coax crimper right here, and then this is a really nice tool I used in the video. It's called the Precision Flush Cutter. So I'll put links for all these items, and I hope that this video was helpful. Thank you.